back to the win shirt.
Frogs will start the same five that started this game. Kean Anderson and Trey Ziegler, Brandon Parrish, Kavar Shepard.
My guess is Bob Huggins' jacket might have ended up on the floor during halftime in the locker room.
And Chris Washburn Jr. round out the five here for TCU. Penetration by Ziegler, kicks to Parrish. He'll fire a three, it goes.
Ziegler slicing through the lane, finding Parrish on the opposite side of the floor. Got hammered as he went through the lane. This is a physical game.
Devon Carter operating as a point guard right now. With Brown with those three personal fouls. Daxter Miles on the floor with him. Devin Williams has it right now. Jason Page and Jonathan Holton round out the five to start this second half. That's Williams from 18 feet. Short on the jumper, but a nice rebound for Page. Back to Williams.
Another one of those offensive rebounds right there. Frogs had two players right in there.
And an Washburn to inbounds now for TCU. Looking for Kean Anderson or Trey Ziegler. Brandon Parrish flashes now to be Kavar Shepard on the catch. Gives rid of it now to Brandon Parrish. We've played a minute and 10 seconds of this second half. Anderson, Washburn from the elbow.
Little floater with the left hand for the big guy. An outside shot by a big man. That is a weapon.
Lead at 7 now. He and Kavar Shepard both proving they can knock down that mid-range jumper.
No doubt about it.
Williams. Page now. Carter with a big screen from Williams. Nice job by Williams to roll out of it. He draws contact here. Inbounds, Trey Ziegler double teamed immediately here. He's lost his dribble. Ball's taken away from him. Into the paint and a score with Chris Washburn.
Sense of urgency coming out of the locker room. I'm imagining that things got a little spicy in there at the half. Washburn
inbounds from Brandon Parrish. They'll try to double team Brandon. He's got to get rid of it quickly, and he's fouled. Inbounds comes Kean Anderson, double team, off now to Washburn. Washburn going to give it to Trey Ziegler, will work it across now. Does so against Adrian. Ziegler gives it up, left-hand side now to Kean Anderson. They'll reset in the half court. 2 minutes in, and we're tied at 37. West Virginia has never led. Here's Anderson penetrating, dishing, corner, Ziegler knifes through, off the glass, missed it. And the rebound here for the Mountaineers with a chance to lead.
Boy, he had a great look there.
Adrian left side for the jumper, off the mark. Shepard with the rebound. Kavar threw it away. Carter, open man in the corner, Page. Short on the attempt. Washburn tipped it out of bounds. West Virginia will have in front of it. There you see Billy Hahn to Bob Huggins' left, former head coach at LaSalle. Part of this staff here at West Virginia, and let's see. Honest with you, John, that was a real fast foul.
It was very fast. Now they've got to get it in.
Here's Washburn inbound to Trey Ziegler. Keeps it alive by giving it over back to Chris Washburn. Working against this pressure.
Oh, look at the big guy with the behind-the-back dribble.
Kean Anderson in the forecourt with it now for TCU. Back now to Washburn, who had it, lost it, had it taken away again. Another steal here for West Virginia. Here's Miles off balance, got it to go.
Stop.
West Virginia with their first lead of the game comes with 17:06 to go. Trey Ziegler still in the backcourt having trouble. Gets it up to Washburn. Washburn in the forecourt with it. Parrish baseline misses. Kavar with the rebound. Shepard back out now to Kean Anderson. Anderson had it taken away, and then a foul, and then Tariq.
After that foul, Frog needs a bucket.
Kenrich Williams into the lineup. The inbounds tapped away. It goes out of bounds off of TCU.
On TCU there as the players went after the loose ball.
16:40 to play. 38-37, West Virginia leading it here by 1.
Fifth turnover in the half by TCU.
Stolen away by Washburn, and he gives it right back to West Virginia. Frogs are not playing with a lot of poise right now here in this second half.
They need to, when they get the basketball, they've got to get it up the floor, get it across. There's a quick foul here.
And that's going to be on Chris Washburn. Inbounds comes now, Carter baseline. Working on Kean Anderson. Carter in the lane, misses. Dunk follow, no good, and that's hanging on the rim.
You see Anderson. Wow.
Here's Trey Ziegler to work it across now. The pressure continues. Feed it over to Kenrich Williams. Layup no good. Tip follow for Ziegler is good.
You pick up a dribble, you're in trouble.
39-38, 1 point TCU lead again. Screen for Carter, into the lane he goes. Miles. And a
environment of dysfunction.
Yeah.
They've rebuilt this program in less than a year and off to a tremendous start here.
Inbounds comes now to Carter. Carter working out front with it. 15:40 to play. 1 point TCU lead. Aiken gives it up here. Adrian, Emmerich Fields, and Hudson Price on the floor right now for TCU, and out of bounds it goes.
A little bit of a hurry there. 11th turnover by West Virginia.
Emmerich Fields inbounds. Kenrich Williams in the backcourt. Big fella picked it up. He could have taken it all the way across. Instead, Anderson will work it across now as the point guard. Right-hand baseline. Emmerich Fields knifes through, undercut, scores, and it's fouled. 15 to go.
Second frog in hot water. Washburn has 3 as well.
Devon Carter pulls his own card. This one doesn't go. Rebound tapped around and somehow controlled there by Elijah Macon for a new 35 here for West Virginia. Miles redirecting, trying to get it to him, and he's fouled from behind by
Macon, all with 3 fouls for West Virginia.
That's the 6th team foul charge to the Horned Frogs. Inbounds now, Macon, right-hand side, it comes in the corner. Page working with it. Spinning on Hudson Price, flips with the left hand, doesn't get the roll. Macon with a rebound. He'll put it back and draw contact here. Emmerich Fields to inbounds. Does so to Kean Anderson, gives it right back to Emmerich. Off it goes now to Trey Ziegler. Ziegler in the backcourt, fighting through, gets it up in the forecourt now. Hudson Price hacked across the face, and a foul here, and this one's going to be whistled. Ziegler, now Kean Anderson. Trey Ziegler with it, 14:23 to go on the hip. And they're going to get a hook here. Trent Johnson looks on in disbelief.
That's 3 fouls on Ziegler now. So now suddenly the Frogs with 4 players with 3 fouls apiece.
Here's Carter penetrating around. Ziegler got a piece of it. Not basketball, John, is important.
Every one, every shot, every block, and Ziegler with an aggressive play there with 3 fouls.
Inbounds is stolen away, but thrown right back to West Virginia. Williams left baseline with it now. Into Abram, he works. Devontae's going to commit the foul. Big free throws for the big fellow who has struggled at the line this year. Inbounds now, Kean Anderson. Emmerich Fields gets it across now to Trey Ziegler. Back it comes Kean. They contest every pass, John. Contest every shot. Here's Ziegler, strong to the rim, and a foul. They'll go to the line. Ziegler's second one is no good. Tied at 42. Trent Johnson with a conversation with Duke Etzel about whether or not they're playing basketball or football here today. Missed by for Carter, and the Frogs with it now. Mountaineers have been in this man-to-man the entire way. Full court pressure will continue. 13:15 to go. Foul out front here on Macon. Second miss from the free throw line of this game. John, Kean Anderson came in as a 92% free throw shooter.
Yeah, Frogs struggling. They've been to the line 24 times. Have only made 14. 58%.
Tied at 42. Moving screen out front. Clears up Brown, who's got it. Flip for Watkins. They leave him alone. He'll fire the jumper to the free throw line. And the rebound to TCU. Quickly gets rid of it to Kean Anderson to push now. Anderson flips it baseline. Fields. Reverse layup. No. Rebound. Tapped around. Back to Fields. He'll get it to Price. He'll fire a 3. Will Hudson. In and out. Abram blocked out but couldn't get the rebound. Quickly in the forecourt. Layup good for West Virginia.
Missed opportunities for TCU, and West Virginia cashes in on the other end of the floor.
Brandon Parrish in the backcourt is a bad ball handler. Had his pocket picked by Miles. Then Parrish.
Shot clock for West Virginia.
Fields and Abram and Brandon Parrish all check out. Kavar Shepard returns to the TCU lineup, as does Trey Ziegler and Chris Washburn. Inbounds. Out front with it works Miles. He'll give it now to Brown. Will Carter. 12-10 to play in this game. 44-42 West Virginia. Out top now Carter. Carter loses Ziegler. Nice dish down low. Watkins scoring the foul. Rebound out of Kenrich Williams. Hudson Price with it. Now Kean Anderson.
TCU holding the ball way too much, Brian. You got to get it up the floor.
Here's Williams now. Dishes. Kavar catches, flips, missed it. Rebound Ziegler. Put it up. Foul. This one committed. 46-44. Adrian. Free throw line. Watkins and an offense. We'll use 5 to guard 4 here.
Something to watch now. West Virginia with 6 players with 3 or more fouls.
You'll see them. Sometimes they'll guard the inbound. Sometimes they'll use 5 to guard 4. Double team almost taken away. Anderson lost it. Tapped around. West Virginia claims it. Miles has it now.
I think if turnovers come in against the press in the backcourt, Brian, that time the Frogs had it across.
Out front with it now, operating Gary Brown. Brown thought about pulling the trigger on it, now has it between the circles. Working on Anderson. Under 11 minutes to go. He got Kavar Shepard in the air. And the rebound now, Devin Williams. 10:50 to play, 47-45. West Virginia leading it here by 2. Free throw line Carter. Extra pass to find the wide open Miles for 3. 2-pointer. Foot was on the line.
Just inside. Frogs would jump back into a zone right there, Brian.
49-45. 4-point Mountaineer margin. 10:28 to play. Ziegler double team. Back out it comes now to Kean Anderson. Here's Price. Corner now Kenrich Williams for 3. That one doesn't go over the top of the back.
Right toe just on the line.
49-45. Brown to the forecourt. TCU goes back to the man-to-man. West Virginia with 10 on the shot clock. And a foul here, and it's going to be on Kenrich Williams, it looks like. 51-45 now, 9:54 to play. Parrish with it in the backcourt. Gives now to Trey Ziegler. Brandon Parrish goes baseline, flips it up, and got the roll.
TCU is going to have to step up, Brian. The front line's in foul trouble. Devontae Abram is in. Frogs are going to have to get some production out of somebody else. Brandon Parrish right there steps up.
51-47, 4-point lead. Carter with it now. Williams will flash out to screen for him. Carter. Baseline here into Abram, and scoring will go Jonathan. 9:08 to play. 54-47, their largest lead of the game for West Virginia. Here's Fields in the forecourt. Picks it back now to Trey Ziegler. Ziegler penetrates. Corner right, Brandon Parrish for 3. Second 3 of the game.
Good ball movement. TCU really not running sets, Brian. It's almost like a secondary break, and Parrish with a catch and shoot.
54-50, down to a 4-point game. 8:43 to go. Gary Brown gets a nice screen around Abram for the lay and go. Here's Trey Ziegler out in front, had his pocket picked.
On both ends of the floor, slowing TCU down here.
56-50, 8:29 to go. Anderson gives now to Ziegler. On Miles. Ziegler in traffic, draws contact.
Huge couple of free throws right there.
56-52, it's a 4-point game, 8:13 to play. Brown with it. He'll fire a 3 out top, short. Rebound Devontae Abram. Outlet to Kean Anderson. Pushes to Ziegler. Ziegler in the lane, spins to Parrish right side. Brandon from the elbow right, jumper good. (56-54). Clear it out for Brown to lay it in.
Right down Main Street, wide open there. That's a defensive breakdown by TCU.
Every possession critical at this point. Parrish with it. Beat up by Gary Brown now. Brandon. And a timeout taken here to inbounds now for TCU. Does so to Kean Anderson. 15 on the shot clock. 7:08 to go here. 4-point lead, 58-54 for West Virginia. Anderson, corner, Parrish. He'll fire another three. That one off the mark, though. The lead 62-54. Largest lead of the game for West Virginia right now at 8. Frogs struggle to get it in. Kavar Shepard gets it to Kean Anderson, who's grabbed as he takes it up across half court. Anderson in traffic, had it slapped away. Price. Now it comes now to Parrish. Off it comes to Kean Anderson. Screen from Kavar Shepard. Back it goes now to Fields. Right-hand side to Parrish again. Back Fields. Fields from the right elbow for the jumper. Too strong on the attempt. Tapped around. Henrich Williams set to get back into the Horned Frog lineup. 6:13 to play. It's an 8-point lead right now for the Mountaineers. Gary Brown matched up on Brandon Parrish to the free throw line. Backs up, shoots, and scores.
8 points tonight.
10-point lead, 64-54, and Anderson in the backcourt with it now.
And at what point do you get Ziegler back in the game? He has 15 points, but he's got 4 fouls.
Anderson with it. From the elbow, he forces it, does Kean, and he's fouled here by Carter. Miss of the game. 64-55. It's a 9-point ball game.
Yeah, TCU needs a stop right here. West Virginia has not had a whole lot of one-and-dones here in the second half. They've been really good.
Macon sets a screen here for Brown, who's in control. Second halves have been very good to West Virginia. They're able to put teams away, and there's a moving screen. You can see that. Kean Anderson with 5:15 to play. It is a 9-point West Virginia lead. Kean in traffic, forces one, got it to go in a foul. 4:58, it's a 6-point ball game now with 5 minutes to play. Brown in the forecourt with it.
They're going to screen up top. You've got to cut Brown off. He's going to try to get to the lane.
West Virginia doing this without the services of Jawan State, who did not play in this game. He's under the weather in street clothes today. Brown out front. Goes baseline, flips it, no, banked it off into the hands of Williams.
He attracts a crowd. That just left an easy one for Williams to put back in.
Anderson in the forecourt with it. No look pass, feeds Parrish, had it fouled, blocked away here by Williams. Parrish to inbounds, does so to Kenrich Williams. He'll hand down to Kean Anderson. 25 on the shot clock. Kean for 3. He's going to try to
get into it now. Look at West Virginia spread the floor, Brown. They're trying to let Brown go to work like he did a moment ago.
They like the matchup, and I don't blame them. Brown on Brandon Parrish. Takes him on the dribble, flips with the left hand, scores.
Because he went right by Brandon Parrish and has been putting on a clinic here in the second half.
Misses that free throw, and again, an offensive rebound for West Virginia. That's Jonathan Holden who grabs it there.
Trent Johnson has got to be frustrated. Frogs cannot get a defensive rebound, it seems, here in the second half.
7-point West Virginia lead. 68-61 with 3:27 to go. Brown again. That time it was Ziegler matched up on him, and he scores anyway.
17 for him.
It's become the Gary Brown versus Kean Anderson show here, as the Frogs try to get it across, and Washburn throws it in traffic. Hudson Price goes high to get it. Finds Washburn. Looking to get it to Kean Anderson, who's being held, and that's a good call. Carter doesn't agree.
Frogs are going to have to create a turnover, get something going here. 3 minutes left in this one, down 7. It's going to take more than free throws.
Trey Ziegler matched up on Brown. Now they continue to just spread the floor for Gary Brown.
Yeah, and remember, Brown, he knows that Ziegler is playing with 4 fouls.
Gets the screen. Brown and trying to roll out of it. Back it'll come to Brown with 8 on the shot clock. He had it, lost it. Hudson Price tapped it over. Here's a deep 3 right side that goes.
Well, lucky bounce there to Page, and he nails the 3. That is a big bucket right there. Lead back to 10.
73-63. Williams to Ziegler. Down to 2:18 to play in this game. Ziegler goes baseline, in traffic, flips it up and scores. Inbounds here. Carter gives it up to Brown. He'll get it up on Trey Ziegler. They'll continue to spread it and hold it. It has worked nicely here in the second half of the second half today.
It sure has. Brown wants to go to his left. Ziegler taking that away from him. Going to force him to go right.
Here he goes. 13 on the shot clock. Looking for Williams behind his back. It goes out of bounds off of Carter's hand. They're just not ready for it. But here's a steal on the inbounds. Slapped away. Kean thought he picked the. Minute 42 to play. Chris Washburn to inbounds now. Holton's got 9. Washburn looking for help. Gets it to Kean Anderson, who's fouled in the backcourt. And they both. Anderson made them both. 74-67.
Frogs need a quick steal and a quick bucket or a 3. Tighten this thing up. A minute 38 left.
Trent Johnson is out of timeouts. Brown to the forecourt, had it slapped away, but a foul here on the read. Gets it back to the 9-point advantage. 1:30 to play. Kean Anderson working it up here for TCU. Gets it across the timeline. Corner right to Washburn. Back out front it comes now. Kean Anderson. Minute 15 to play. Anderson in traffic, almost commits a foul and turns it over. Tried to do too much with it. Did Kean.
Yeah, ran right into the big guy.
And West Virginia, they get on Staten here. And he has done that.
He's done a great job. So has Brown with all of his production, 16 points in the second half.
An 11-point game, 78-67. Washburn, jumper from the free throw line, no. Parrish taps it out. Chauncey Collins floats in the lane. Doesn't get the roll. Tip up, no good. And the rebound here now to go. There were 6 undefeated teams in the country to start today. There are now 4. As West Virginia's going to win this one. 78-67. It'll be an 11-point win at least. Brown's going to fire a jumper. It doesn't go. The follow for Carter's off the mark. Out of bounds. Anderson to the forecourt. He'll fire a 3-pointer. Off the mark.